guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you a video today to answer a question I've been getting a lot lately, and I have made a video on this topic before. I looked it up because I have to do that nowadays because I've made so many videos that sometimes I just can't remember if I've made a video on the topic before. So I did look it up and I made a video on this topic about 4 years ago. I'll leave an annotation on screen if you guys want to go ahead and watch it. My content from 4 years ago, I guess is not up to the same standard as it is right now, but it's kind of funny if you want to go ahead and watch it. But basically what we're going to be talking about is what is the most comfortable soccer cleat slash football boot that you can buy. This is a question that I get very, very regularly. I'd say 10 plus times a day. And I think a lot of people ask this question thinking that the answer is going to be very simple. It's one particular shoe or a handful of shoes that are going to be the most comfortable based on my opinion, of course. And quite simply, there is no most comfortable shoe because the concept of comfort, when you think about it in its simplest form, what most people think, at least in my opinion, is that they would think that comfort means that the shoe isn't hurting your foot. They feel good on your feet while you're wearing them. And yes, that is one level or one aspect of what makes a shoe comfortable. But other than that, there's several other aspects that play just as big a role in whether or not you're going to be comfortable in a shoe from an actual comfort standpoint and how the shoe feels on your foot. You also have to consider how the shoe fits, and you also have to consider how the shoe is going to feel in terms of actually playing in them, because while you might find a certain shoe comfortable, it might not offer the type of feel that you're looking for from a pair of soccer cleats, which is as big and as important a thing as how the shoe actually feels on your foot, not causing you discomfort in the first place, if that makes any sense. So the main example, and you guys may have seen me answer this question down below in the comment section before, but the main example that I give when somebody asks what's the most comfortable shoe is that it really depends on your personal preferences. And I'll mention these two shoes right here. My right hand, I'm holding a Nike Mercurial Vapor 10, and in my left hand, I'm holding an Adidas Copa Mundial. These are two shoes that you can achieve a very comfortable fit in. The Vapor 10, being a tight-fitting, thin synthetic soccer shoe, is actually surprisingly comfortable, and the Copa Mundial, being all kangaroo leather, very old school design, is known as one of the most comfortable shoes ever, and it's still available today. So with these two shoes, like I mentioned, you can achieve a comfortable fit. And like I just talked about, comfort in the aspect that it's not going to hurt your feet to actually wear them. But when you're talking about actual feel and the experience of playing in the shoes, they're entirely different. You can achieve a comfortable fit from the Vapor 10, but you also have to like the lightweight aspect, the ultra thin upper aspect, the way that it provides a super thin feel on the ball, both when you're making touches as well as shooting. Whereas with the Copa Mundial, yes, it's going to be comfortable, but it's going to be a much softer upper. It's going to be a much thicker, more padded upper. The sole plate's a lot thicker as well, and it's just an entirely different feel, but obviously you can get a comfortable fit from both of these two shoes despite them being entirely different. And I would say that probably 10 out of 10 times, if you're interested in something like a Copa Mundial, you probably don't want a Vapor 10. And if you're interested in a Vapor 10, you probably don't want a Copa Mundial. So that's kind of the best example of how comfort really depends on your own personal preferences. So if you're trying to decide on a brand new pair of shoes, and especially if you're ordering online, which a lot of people are, really the best case scenario for getting a new pair of shoes is if you do have a local soccer store that you can go to that has a large selection of shoes. Try on anything that interests you and pick the ones that feel best to you based on, one, how they feel on your feet, and two, that they provide the type of feel on the ball that you're actually looking for. They have the, I guess, technical aspects that meet what you actually want in a pair of soccer shoes. So again, best case scenario is that you can actually go to a store and physically try them on prior to purchasing your shoes. But for a lot of people, that's not possible. So if you're buying online, my advice is this: do your research. A lot of you guys watch my videos regularly, and that's fantastic. You're doing a really, really big part in kind of figuring out exactly what a shoe is all about and knowing a little bit more about it prior to actually making your purchase. I see a lot of comments, or not a lot of comments, but comments every once in a while of people saying, wow, your videos are 15, 20 minutes long on a single pair of shoes. Don't you think that's a little bit unnecessary? This could be achieved in 2 to 3 minutes. And I don't really respond to them, but the simple answer as far as a response to that it goes is that you can't describe an entire shoe in 2 to 3 minutes. I can tell you the shoe's orange, I can tell you it has a silver Nike swoosh, and I can tell you it's pretty cool looking, but at the end of the day, that doesn't really help in terms of describing what this shoe is all about. The reason why my videos are so long, and if you've ever sat down and watched an entire video and listened to what I have to say, I'm describing every little detail that kind of gives you a better idea of what the experience is of wearing that particular shoe, as opposed to just telling you it looks cool and this is how much it costs. Because that's what a lot of people kind of just consider. They want very, very basic information. And if you're ordering online and you want kind of an accurate idea of what the shoe is all about, a 2-3 minute video is just not going to provide that info. So like I said, any shoe that you're interested in, watch the videos that I have up, guys. I know they're long, but the details in those videos will really help you out in terms of deciding what shoe is going to be for you and what shoe probably isn't the best for what your needs are or what you're looking for in a pair of soccer cleats. So once you've narrowed it down to a couple different pairs, then maybe you can ask some questions down below in the comments and I can clarify some things for you if you require further clarification. But I think for the most part, with all the details provided in those videos that I have up, you should be able to come to a decision, not necessarily easily, but you should be able to narrow things down fairly well, and then from there you should make your decision. So again, when you're talking about the comfort of a soccer shoe, there is no most comfortable shoe. What's really important are your own personal preferences. If you want a leather shoe, there's lots of leather shoe options out there, and again, it's a matter of doing your research and narrowing down which one most specifically meets the requirements or the aspects that you're looking for in a particular soccer shoe. And with a synthetic shoe, there's even more variation. You can talk about thickness of the synthetic, you can talk about how the shoe actually fits, how it wraps your foot, and then of course you have to consider stud patterns and weight and everything else. There's a lot that goes into deciding on a new pair of soccer shoes besides the comfort is kind of what I'm getting at. So consider every single detail, do your research, and then from there, that's when you should go about making a decision. You can't generalize soccer shoes based on comfort, based on touch, based on traction. Again, the details are what matters, and it's really, really important to know those details prior to making your purchase to have I guess the best educated decision on what shoe is going to suit you best based on what you're looking for. Position doesn't matter, keep that in mind. I'll leave another annotation on screen where I talk about boots by position and playing style. Go ahead and watch that if you haven't already. That's a video that I think opens up a lot of people's eyes when it comes to soccer shoes and just general marketing on how companies are trying to sell more and more shoes and justify all their lines. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. I'll leave an annotation on screen. But that's pretty much it, guys, for my video on what is the most comfortable pair of soccer cleats. There isn't one. For what I think is the most comfortable shoe, honestly, guys, there's not one shoe in particular that I would say is most comfortable. Do I like a certain style of shoe over another? Yeah, I generally tend to prefer leather shoes from a comfort standpoint based on my own personal preference. But again, you can achieve a comfortable fit in a Vapor 10. You can achieve a comfortable fit in an X15.1. It really just depends on what type of feel that you're looking for. So the simple and short answer to the question, what is the most comfortable soccer cleat? There isn't one, and there never will be. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to support it with a like. Of course, if you have any questions at all regarding any of the stuff that I said in this video and just the general topic of the most comfortable soccer shoe, leave those questions down below in the comment section, and I definitely will get an answer out to you. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.